Hi, I'm Terry Quinn. This is part 2 of our wax ring being cast into gold. This is the customer's old gold and it's much thinner and much lighter, so we actually have to add fresh casting grain. This is wax that actually will be cast into gold. So I'm going to attach this wax to the ring. Heating up my pick. Now, after they're together for a moment or two, I can manipulate them. This wax is called sticky wax. Normally I have a lot more of it, but right now I have this little piece and that's just fine. Now, this is the base of a flask. And you have to think of this piece of wax like a tree trunk. So you put the tree trunk inside and then you build branches. All these rings and this pendant, they can all be attached. So we don't need it this high because this is all going to be gold. So I'm going to cut this down. Now this is more sticky wax. And I want to put the sticky wax all around the different areas to make sure nothing falls apart. After it's cast in gold, this is the center part is the tree trunk, and all the pieces we cut were all rings that we cut off, just like this is. This will all be in gold, just like this, by tomorrow. For right now, because we're using the customer's gold, we're only casting one piece. Many times, we always would cast more than one item, but in this case, it's just the one. Okay, so now we have the wax ready to go. We're gonna put the flask over it, and here's the seal. So then there's some room left at the top because it's gonna bubble up. So right now this is ready. I'll set it down. This is the investment. It looks like plaster of Paris, but it's extremely fine material. Very, very, very fine. Okay, so now we pour some water in. Now, the consistency is like mud. You want it to be like mud. So it used to be we would measure it, but it dries fast, so I don't want to measure it. Stir it all up, make sure there's no dry areas. And now we're going to put it in the vacuum. So I'm going to put a little water on the seal, put it inside, put this over it, turn this on, and then we're going to close it. You're going to see this pressure go up. Open up the valve, let some air in. Once it gets down to 5, I can shut this off. Now I have to pour it into my flask. And then we're going to vacuum it again. I'm trying to spread it around the wax and not just have all that weight hit the wax. All right, now we're going to cover this, turn it back on. All right, so, and if you notice here, it's very wet. See that? It's really wet. But what we'll do is we'll let this harden, which takes about 1 hour. So now we're taking the side off. So now it's ready to go. We're going to turn the oven on. That's it. So we'll come back tomorrow morning and cast it into gold. It's the next morning and this oven has been on all night long. The flask is in here and it's pretty red hot, as you can see. See that? If you notice, it's holding temperature. Right now we're at almost 1800 degrees. As soon as we hit 1800, just in another second or two, I can put the gold in. So I'm going to use a little bit of flux, put it in there, and I'm going to put the gold in. I cut up the pieces of gold. This is her original gold and wedding band, and we're adding old sprue, and then I'm going to pour it in. Now, that's closed. And it's in. Now, all right, check this out. So the gold is molten, ready to go. So we're going to take this out. That's the hole right there where the gold is going to go in. Bring it all the way up. turn the... This is a vacuum. The vacuum is going to suck all the air out. And now the vacuum is going up. See that? Look inside. No gold is left. I see the hole going in. So it is good to go. See the gold? There's one little piece right there that didn't make it. All the rest of the gold is right there. So now what we're going to do is quench it. And when we hit this water, remember, this is over 1,000 degrees. Now look, the flask is empty. See that? Has a little bit of investment on it, but it's empty. There it is. There's the wedding band. And that's what gold looks like in the raw after it's been cast. So now we're going to cut this off, separate it from the casted sprue. Okay. So now we're going to clean up the inside, remove the rest of the metal, and then clean up the outside. So this is more coarse, and this is a form of tripoli. Tripoli is like this, but this white compound also works really very well. So this takes out any deeper scratches, and then the next wheel makes a real high polish. But after this wheel, I have to do the inside. And this is a form of rouge. Rouge will make it nice and shiny. It's already shiny, but... So we stick it in the ultrasonic for a few minutes. Watch paper is really nice because it doesn't have any lint on it. I would hold the ring just like that. And it's done. In our next video, I'm showing you an advanced technique on how to make a custom pendant.